themselves?
There were a few challenges, but my mum is all about challenges. And that's what she stands for. She never backs away from anything, especially not a challenge.
Besides the Maths Center, the apple of her eye these days is little Pandina. Sharanjeet wants to learn as much as she can from this little angel. She is inquisitive about a child's mind and the learning process. Pandina adds richness to Sharanjeet's life.
There is so much to learn. That balance between home life and work life, it disappears. The two merge. You become one. However, 13 odd years later, a tiny little person came into my life. And as I am a children-driven person, and that person was a little girl, there had never been female presence in my life. And that tiny little person, in a sense, became a symbol for all the children. So I wanted to learn more. How do you learn language? Language is power. How do you grow? What stops you from growing to your full potential? So this little lady, who also happens to be African Indian, became the focus of my personal life.
My mum is very much enriched her life when she was born, and she will do anything and everything for her. In fact, obviously, you know, she is now her number one. Now that Panda was born, that changed everything. And she's the best grandmother that I know. She's very hard, but I know Panda's going to turn out very well. And she's a phenomenal grandmother. And I think Panda's very lucky, and I think Panda knows that.
She is my teacher. She teaches me patience. She teaches me all sorts of new mechanisms and new methods and new ways in which I become aware that children learn. So she's adding such value and such richness to my learning life that I create a balance.
Is this woman who is driven by young people an academic or an educationalist?
Sharanjeet is an academic. She is an educational activist. She would like to change much which is happening in the education system at the moment.
She's a combination of all things. She's an educator. She's happy to show you the simplest way to resolve a problem, to solve a problem. She's an activist because she doesn't allow politics, economics, and other social issues to detract her from what she believes in terms of the education of children.
You know, when someone chooses to read quantum physics as light bedtime reading, that's quite academic for me. But she's definitely an educational activist.
She understands the communities that we work in, and she tries her utmost best to do as much as we can within those communities. She's always looking for new donations, always trying to do new projects, and her main focus is the upliftment of the education standards within those communities in maths, science, technology, and entrepreneurship education.
She's got a lot of theoretical knowledge of education, but at the same time, she's able to put that into practice without going out there and telling people what needs to be done, but she actually does that. That is why I'm taking a little bit away from being an activist. She's a doer. She knows exactly what needs to be done, and she does that.
I'm not an academic because it was fairly easy to give up my PhD. It didn't cause a lot of heartache. Once you get to know who you really are and what makes you wake up every morning, then that's the path you want to follow. And that path was as a teacher, even as a director. I am essentially a teacher manager.
Education is not only about the classroom. It's about at home, the life we live with our children at home. It's about on the street. It's about in our communities. What are we doing in our communities with the children?
For me, education is everything. If I didn't have education, I wouldn't be where I was, and I wouldn't have the opportunity to go even higher than I want to go to.
Education is the heartthrob of a country. If education is right, the country will be successful. If there's fault in the education, the country will suffer.
Wherever you are with people engaging in activity, you are learning and education is happening.
There are two people involved in this equation. It's a partnership. There's the teacher and there's the learner. And it always has to be a partnership.
Is Sharanjeet more determined to carry on working, or is she ready for retirement?
An old professor never dies, she'll lose her faculties. So I don't think she'll be retiring.
She might retire from Math Centre because there will be an end, but she will carry on within education.
Sharanjeet, you wish if there was a cloning system, that's one person that kind of person that you would think, oh, we can't afford to lose somebody like her. She has to come back again and again and continue what she's doing.
I see still many years to come. As long as she is fit and able, Sharanjeet will be working at Math Centre.
I do not see myself retiring because I don't know what the word means. Does it mean weed the garden? I'm not very good at weeding the garden.
Sharanjeet inspires me beyond any words.
She's an inspiration of what I would love to be.
Sharanjeet is inspiring.
Because she has an unlimited amount of energy.
I really hope that she's found the necessary fulfillment that she needs as a person. And I hope that when the whole work situation is over, which I don't think it ever will be, that she finds some peace and tranquility, knowing that she's contributed not only to a new society and to the world as a global entity.
I would be amazed to see that Sharanjeet is able to leave the legacy that she started building and be able to share some of those experiences with a lot more younger people and a lot more women.
I hope that she can at some point relax and look at a legacy that she has left behind and feel peaceful about that legacy, knowing that it will continue. And I wish her many, many, many wonderful hours with her grandchild, who I know is the apple of her eye.
I hope for Sharanjeet that she stays healthy and that she carries on as long as she wants to.
But I don't have to be the director forever. I will step back and become a mentor, a coach, making relationships with new donors, new government departments, and simply let the younger generation carry on.
A lot of people sing her praises. Let's hear what some have to say to her.
Well done, Mom. You've really made a difference. I'm very proud of you. I hope you're proud of me as well. And I wish you the best with whatever you do.
You've been an inspiration that has shown me what is possible when we put our minds to it.
You are a pure maths hero.
Thank you for noticing what I'm doing and pushing me to be where I ought to be.
Thank you very much for the passion you've shared with us at the Math Centre and everyone who knows you.
Thank you for seeing the potential in me.
We love you and we look forward to many more years with you.
I want to just express my thanks on behalf of community and the board and every learner out there for the excellent and exemplary work that you've done.
Always know your thoughts and act on your best thoughts. It's up to you to listen and participate in realizing your own potential.